So, the 30th anniversary has come and gone, and the $1,000 proxy set rage has pretty much been forgotten. Sure, the suits at Wizards are going to give us plebs some lip service corporate speak about how they're sorry we're too poor to buy overpriced proxies. But now that the phenomenal Dominaria Remastered set has been revealed, everyone who loves to play Magic is ready to pull out their wallets and hand over their Christmas cash to Hasbro in exchange for some sorely needed game pieces. I love playing Magic. I like playing the game, and yes, I love owning expensive pieces of cardboard. But let's be real here, it's a cardboard game piece with ink on it. My Mox Diamond is super cool to own and play, and yeah, I play with a Mox Diamond in a deck and I bridge shuffle that nonsense too. But its financial value is only second to its play value to me. The $1,000 proxy set, while absolutely ridiculous and stupid on Wizards' part, was completely irrelevant. We see this because the rage that so many people had for the 30th has practically disappeared entirely once they saw what was being reprinted in Dominaria Remastered. Now, this isn't to knock those content creators who passionately made videos on the issue, but let's be real. They were always going to buy the new set. Even if it was mediocre, there were going to be just enough goodies in it for them to talk about how fun it would be to draft the set or get the singles. Dominaria Remastered is a really good set for players like myself. I have a moderate collection and I make just barely enough money to buy a handful of expensive singles for my favorite decks. And I maybe spin the collector booster wheel once, maybe like every 3 months or so. But this set may be the one where I spin that wheel twice, or heck, maybe even 3 times, because the play value for my deck is there in those packs. Magic the Gathering is a game. And yes, the suits at Wizards don't care about us players, but to take care of their stockholders, especially after the disaster of the 30th, they're going to need to start taking care of us. Maybe give a reach around once they're done robbing us blind and feeding us cardboard Pringles. I really hope that the 30th was a wake-up call for the suits, but when you make that kind of money, your pajamas are made out of suits, and you never really wake up from the haze of millions of dollars. Like everyone has said already, that Hasbro Fireside Chat is going to be a nothing burger full of corporate speak and empty promises of doing better. And we hear you, and all that nonsense. But what matters to players is simply the next set, and what cards they can add to their existing decks at a lower cost than before. I'm not a financial guy, but I'd really like to find out how well reprint sets do compared to other full sets of new cards for like playing the game, not necessarily financial value. The power creep is getting out of hand with my current favorite, why the f is this a common card, Gaia's Gift as an example. It's an instant for 1 and a green that says put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains reach, trample, hexproof, and indestructible until end of turn. The only thing it doesn't do is wipe your chin after it smacks you in the face with its massive. I blacked out for a second, but I'm wondering how that will impact the quality of reprints in the future. I mean, if cards in the past are turning more and more into poster children for downgrade potential, including them as reprints will feel extra bad when a set is full of really good playable cards. Shivan Dragon should probably be an uncommon now. It's straight up garbage, while its only value is to collectors and owners of the alpha, beta, and unlimited versions. But it's not a playable card by any stretch of the imagination. Then there's Urza's Blueprints. Draw a card for 6 mana is good, right? Pay another 6 to do it again, and then you get free card draw once per untap for 12 mana. Their inclusion in Dominaria Remastered are simply as fluff pieces to fill the rare slot so fewer cards of better play and monetary value are put into circulation, and more precisely, so idiots like myself will spin the loot box wheel more times to get a chance at the good stuff. But that's the cool part. So many people are going to be breaking these boxes open for the good stuff that for a while, after its release in January, the singles of the more expensive cards are going to be really accessible for cheapskates or price-sensitive players like myself. And the expensive, special versions of those same cards will be making the finance guys a lot of money when they sell them to players wanting to bling out their collections or their decks if they play the game with fancy versions of the cards. There is, of course, a conversation to be had about what Syndrome said: when everyone's special, no one will be, when we talk about Magic the Gathering cards and all of the different variations thereof. But we can talk about that some other time. But until then, it's December, so I need to start digging for change in my couch so I can buy a couple of collector boosters for Dominaria Remastered in January. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll pretend to read them all. Like the video if you liked the video, dislike it if you disliked it, and until next time, I'm Space Coconut, and you're welcome